Well, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful winter day here in Southern Ontario, just on my way to work, and the sun was shining, the roads are clear, so I thought, I better bust out the old 84 Cutlas Ciera. It's been really good. I actually figured out the issue with the carburetor, and it was just a vacuum line that needed to be reseated, and I gave her a good clean up, and she's got that high idle all figured out now. She kicks down once she's warmed up, and things just driving awesome, really. Actually, took it to the Toronto Boat Show a couple weeks ago just for fun. Again, it was actually I shouldn't say that. It was a half decent day south of where I live, but where I lived with a snowstorm. And tell you, there's nothing more terrifying than driving a car with absolutely no safety features than going through about 6 inches of snow and blowing winds. And it's amazing how much you take for granted traction control and ABS brakes. And well, this thing does not have winter tires on it, so that didn't help. But hey, I made it. Not a worry. A little adventure is always fun. It was funny, I was in, a good friend of mine's still got his first car, which is a 93 Toyota Camry. He got it from his folks when he was 17, and he's 36 now and still driving the thing. But it was just kind of a comparison from my 84 here to his 93, how much had changed at that point. Like the Camry came standard with air conditioning and power windows, fuel injection. It was an amazing time in the automotive industry. Excuse me. The 80s, like you were seeing, carburetors were gone by the 90s. Standard features like keyless entry, everything was just starting to come into effect. Heck, I believe General Motors was the first to offer ABS on all their product lines by the early 90s. And then coming to this thing, which was a very nice mid-sized car for the time, and I mean, it's pretty basic. You've got no power anything on it. Air conditioning, I believe, was an option on them, but this one does not have it. I've got I don't know if you can see under here, you got your vent controls in the footwell there. Excuse me. Oh, I'm fighting the cold. Yeah, it's a very, very, very basic. This car has a lot more in common with a car 15 years older than a car, 10 years older than it. I can't believe General Motors kept this design going into the early 90s itself. I mean, at that point, it did have a fuel-injected engine, and I think mostly power options on it. I'm not sure. You folks would have to comment on me. Let me know how the early 90s Cutlas Cieras were. That being said, the simplicity with it is really nice. It is a very simple car to work on. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if I took it to a GM dealer and said, oh yeah, I need a carb tune-up, if they'd know what the heck they were doing, but I've got a basic understanding of them, so I can tinker a bit with it. It certainly has a lot of charm. It's very comfortable. The seats are amazing in it. The ride is, well, silky smooth. Handling, yeah, it does. It's a little soft, but that's what it was built for. This thing's a cruiser. If you want to throw it through the twisties, you have bought the wrong car. Or you throw it through the twisties at a lot slower speed and it feels like you're going much faster. It's neat. I recommend it. If anyone has the chance to buy an older car and just cruise around, it's a time capsule, and it brings you back to how things used to be. And it's amazing how far we've come.